Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tightshipmama, where we are coming to an end today of our summer of success. But before I get into that, I want to remind you to click that link in the description box below to sign up for my 2 live Zooms. I'm having one on Thursday, and the topic is going to be overwhelm, and one on Friday, and the topic is going to be time management. So it's a little sneak peek into the women's group that I run. So you'll see how it's structured. We begin with a prayer. We have a Bible verse that goes along with the theme. We have a short reflection and group discussion. Then we have one-to-one coaching. And that's how every week of Pruning to Prosper is. So it's 8 weeks, and I have 8 women so that everyone gets a turn to have their one-to-one coaching. So it's a really small group, but you guys will become really good friends as a result of it. And there's a private Facebook group for the alumni that they get to join in the end. So check it out on Thursday and Friday and see if it's for you. All right? Cool. 100 days. Wow. I was on a run earlier this summer just thinking, what can I do for the summer that's like, it's actually kind of easy on me. Like my friends have been saying, Gina, I can't believe you did 100 days, but it's actually really kind of easy for me because it's just short little videos that I get to film, and I wrote out the 100 days right away. So I just really just wake up and, oh, what's on the list today? So here's the, here's the list. So it's been great. If you have done 15 minutes a day for the last 100 days, you have decluttered for 25 hours. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, you guys. I mean, what you can accomplish in 25 hours is just mind-blowing. So I just wanted to show you that 15 minutes at a time can really add up to a lot of decluttering and a lot of tidying of areas in your home, or maybe you're onto the organizing part or the getting into the routines. But you'll see that the benefit of having less stuff really does free you up to do other things that you want to be doing with your time other than just shuffling your stuff from place to place. So, what's your assignment for today? I know there are people out there that have just enjoyed these videos, and it's like, oh, let me wake up and have my cup of coffee and see what Gina has to say today. I love it. I love that you have invited me into your home and have shared a few minutes with me every day for the past 99 days. But if you are just feeling a little overwhelmed and you didn't really get started, or you started and you stopped and you're just kind of a little disappointed, your assignment for the 100th day is to really think about your why. I know I'm talking about the why all the time, but if you don't have a why that's so strong, you are never going to be able to do any of the stuff I talk about on this channel. You are never going to stick to a budget if you don't know why you're sticking to a budget. You have to have that greater why of why you're doing everything you're doing. My why for less stuff is because I don't want to be cleaning all day long and moving stuff or nagging and yelling about things to be tidied up and picked up. I just wanted to be in the business of being the mom and not the nag. So that's always been my why. We did have a small house when we first got married and had kids, so that was like a practical reason why. But really, I wanted to be out there with my kids. I wanted to be hiking and biking and doing all the things with them. And I didn't want to have a bunch of stuff that kept me tethered to my house. So that was my why. I really want you to prayerfully consider, what is your why? And we're going to talk about this a little bit in the live Zoom on Friday, I believe. So if this topic interests you, sign up for Friday. But if you think you need a little bit of help, I want you to consider hiring some help. And I'm in a ton of decluttering groups on Facebook, and people struggle for so many years. Why waste another year without getting the help that you need? And sometimes it's just a few hours to get the ball rolling and to have somebody come in your home and to just kind of talk you through it. It may be me if you live locally, but it probably isn't, because I know I have a lot of international viewers and people from around the country. So what I wanted to talk to you today about was how to find somebody and what can you expect to pay. How I got into this was I wanted to do very similar to what Marie Kondo does. And I looked into taking her course, and it was $5,000, I think, and it was only offered in New York, LA, Chicago. So it just really wasn't very practical for me to do. But that's a place where you can start. You can start by Googling Marie Kondo consultant, and that will give you a declutter coach. The difference between a declutter coach and an organizer is that an organizer will come in and make things beautiful for you. And, you know, you might have to be there, but you might just say, here's my pantry, make it beautiful. But they're not going to have any idea of how you live and what foods you really don't even like. They're just in there, you know, so they could be buying you baskets for things for food that you don't even like. So, and that's what you see on TV a lot of times is the homeowners leave and they come home to this beautiful, organized pantry. And that's just not realistic. Like, we need you to be there so that we can learn about your life and how you actually live and how your home is being used and what door you guys come in when you get home from work and school and, you know, where you end your day and where you want to be comfortable. And all those things matter when you're decluttering and organizing. So start there if you want some decluttering help with a Marie Kondo consultant, or you can just simply go on Facebook and ask for a friend's help. Just because there are people like me that just love to do this. And before I started getting paid to do this, I did it all the time for free. So there are definitely people out there that if you just say, hey, I need some help decluttering, can you help me? And just sit next to me or just, you know, cheer me on. Start there, okay? Ask for friends to help you. I do decluttering and I organize with what you already own. So I've used diaper boxes, but most moms have, or not just moms, but women in general. Most of us have bins, boxes, pretty things that we can organize with. You cannot organize clutter. So if you buy all the beautiful things without decluttering, a week or so later, you're just going to wonder what happened because it's not working. And the reason it's not working is because you didn't declutter first. So declutter, get rid of all the extra, and then see what you're left with, and then you organize that, okay? If you live locally, my business is called tightshipmama, and I would love to meet you and work with you. I work in 5-hour minimum, you know, mainly I work in the hours that my kids are in school, and I can travel to your house and get back. So I have a 5-hour time slot that I work, and I charge $40 an hour, and those prices may be going up in the new year. So that's pretty standard. We live in a mid-sized city. If you live in a larger city, you might be looking to spend more than that. But there's another lady that does what I do across the city, and she charges the exact same thing. And I didn't know that when I started my business. I just happened to get her name one day, and I thought, oh, let me poke around on her website. And sure enough, we're the same exact price. So I think that, you know, $40 an hour is kind of what you can expect to pay. But again, start with your friends, start with some families, start with somebody that can tell you honestly, like, hey, that sweater is done. Like, you've had enough. All right, guys, that's my advice. Invest in yourself. It may not be as much as you think. All right. It doesn't hurt to ask. No one's going to be offended if you call and you ask some questions and then you're like, no, it's not for me. Just call, right? See what it's like. That's it. But I am so proud of you, and I am so happy that you have stuck around for these 100 days, and I wish you nothing but happiness and clutter-free living where you get to, you know, create your own life that you actually want to live every single day. Have a great one, and I will see you next Monday, the 20th, where I'm back for my regular Monday videos. Have a good one.